What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Oleksandr Usyk. Get this. The WBA grants Usyk a 24-month exemption. Is this fair to the other contenders? Okay. So, the WBA has officially given Oleksandr Usyk an unprecedented 24 months exemption, letting him bypass mandatory challengers in favor of high-profile fights. This completely shakes up the heavyweight division. While Usyk gets to focus on legacy fights, top contenders like Hrgovic, Dubois, and Joyce are left waiting indefinitely. Is this about growing the sport or just special treatment for boxing biggest names? And this is from the WBA. The intention is to allow the fighter to pursue bouts against the most relevant opponents in the division. Usyk has been involved in highly significant fights for boxing, marking a new era in the sport. For this reason, the championship committee, based on the internal regulations in the current global boxing landscape, has focused on fostering high-quality fights through activity and competition. This is why his mandatory defense period has been extended, allowing him flexibility to seek the best possible matchups. The WBA. And let me counterpunch. People, you got to ask yourself, the high-profile fights, what are the high-profile fights? What are they? I mean, he's beaten Joshua, high-profile. He's beaten Tyson Fury, high profile. He's defended his belts against Daniel Dubois. I mean, the only high profile fight that I see is him fighting someone like Aget Kabayel or Joseph Parker. So it depends on who you call or who do you favor or your opinion of who's high profile. It doesn't make sense to me. It's like, okay, who are we talking about? High profile, meaning what? Who? You know, who's more high profile than the fighters that you're supposed to fight? Listen, I got to call it a buck. I love Oleksandr Usyk. I am very feel, but you can't get mad at Tyson Fury because the WBC gave him a pass. You can't get mad at Deontay Wilder because the WBC gave him also a pass, and then not give or allow Oleksandr Usyk a pass. It doesn't work that way. All rules apply to all fighters. If the WBA, and that's next in line, why would you extend it? His job is a unified champion, is to satisfy the mandatories. Okay, that's his job as a champion. You're just taking that away. That's like, you know what that's like? That's almost like some franchise champion shit. That franchise championship shit, right? That's what it is. It seems like, okay, let's give him special treatment. Now, does the WBA, do they know that he plans to retire in 2 more fights? So why would you give him a 24-month period and you know that? I mean, keep up with the news. The WBA was wrong for this because the people that he's supposed to fight is the next in line because he has the WBC, he has the WBA, and he has the WBO. Okay, and the WBA just saying, hey, we won't stop you from doing whatever because we won't allow you or we won't make you fight who's number one. I think that's wrong, especially if that's the next in line. That's wrong. Absolutely wrong. Because by that time, Usyk can fight 2 more fights, whoever that is Dubois again, right? And whoever else after that, right? And he's done. So basically the WBA is saying, you know what? We're not really a real sanctioned body because we're not really doing our job the way it's supposed to be done. Now, that's why I definitely respect the IBF, and they're strict, and I understand that. You know what I mean? But this is wrong. This is wrong because they should know he only has 2 fights left. So make those fighters that fight in the up to those rankings and sacrifice blood, sweat, tears to get where they are, only for them to say, hey, you're put on hold for 2 fucking years. That's crazy. That's not right. I don't care who it is. Oleksandr Usyk, if I'm Usyk, I wouldn't even want the WBA to do that. If I'm Usyk, a man with integrity, I would go, you know what? I'm going to fight the mandatories. I'm going to fight Fabio Wardley. I'm going to fight Kubrat Pulev on the regular end. I'm going to fight the winner out of those two of my last fight. Why? Because it's the right thing to do. Okay? It's the right thing to do. Okay? Not, oh yeah, give me this privilege or no. If Tyson Fury, if I gave Tyson Fury stick or if I gave Deontay Wilder stick, you got to give Oleksandr Usyk the same energy. Okay? Just because he's done this and done that. The only fight that I see that's high profile to really Usyk is getting that IBF belt back that he actually gave up. That's it. But the WBA, they're way out of line. I guess they only care about sanction and fees, basically. That's all it is. They just care about the money that he's giving them. They don't care about anything else. They don't care about the rules, the regulations, the integrity of their sanctioned body. They just care about the moolah. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Oleksandr Usyk allowed 24 months exemption from fighting the mandatories. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunching.